So question 7 on the Unit 2 numeracy paper from November 2016 is all about a bike shed. Okay, the first part of the question is multiple choice and the second part of the question is one where you need to perform calculations. So this first part of the question, the head teacher's investigating building a new bike shed, and it says that bike sheds are built on a rectangular base of width x. So there's my rectangular base and the width is x and the length is y. It says what's the correct expression for the perimeter of the bike shed? Circle your answer. Now with multiple choice questions, just a general hint is if there is any multiple choice question on your exam paper and you really don't have a clue what the answer is, just circle anything. You might get lucky and get the mark. Okay, this is worth 1 mark, so we're going to have to circle one of these 5 answers. And it wants the expression for the perimeter. So the perimeter is going to be the distance all the way around the outside. So it's going to be y plus x. So that would give us that length and that length. And then we need this length, which is going to be y again, and this length, which is going to be x again. Now, if we simplify that, we can see that we've got x add x, which is 2x, and we've got a y add y, which is 2y. So we've got 2x plus 2y. So the correct answer is this one here. So we circle it. It says the head teacher is given a formula for working out the number of bikes B that can be stored in the shed that has a base x and y. He says the formula only works if x and y are whole numbers, that means they're not decimals. X is a number bigger than 3 and y is a number bigger than 5. It says the formula is as follows. The number of bikes is worked out by doing 6 times x, the width, multiplied by y, the length, divided by 5. According to the formula, how many bikes can be stored in a shed? 5 meters wide and 8 meters long. So that's telling us that the width x is 5 and the length y is 8. So we're putting that into this formula. So we're saying B is going to be 6 times 5 multiplied by 8 divided by 5. Now 6 5s are 30. 30 multiplied by 8 is 240 divided by 5. Okay, 240 divided by 5. If you find that hard to do, you could just do a bus stop method for calculation and say, right, 5 doesn't go into 2, but it goes into 24 4 times with 4 left over. 5 goes into 40 8 times. So the correct answer there is 48. You've got a calculator for this paper though, you shouldn't need to do that. A bike shed, x meters wide and y meters long, can hold B bikes. According to the details the head teacher's been given, what's the formula for working out the length y? Okay, so we know that B is 6 times x times y divided by 5. We want to get to a situation where we've got y equals something. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to swap it all over first. So y is on the other side of the equal sign because that's where I want it to be at the end. That means exactly the same as the sign above. I've just changed it over. Right. Y is being multiplied by x and 6. So it's been multiplied by 6x and then we're dividing by 5. So we need to work backwards to get y by itself. So the last thing that's happening to y here is it's being divided by 5. So I'm going to multiply by 5. And I get that 6xy is the same as 5 times b. And then to get y by itself, I want to undo this multiplying by 6x. So I divide by 6x. So 5b divided by 6x is the same as y. So that's my answer there. Okay, so that page is worth 3 marks. Going on to part B of question 7. Okay, it says the head teacher decides to place signs around the school site to stop them using their bikes on the grassed areas. So you've got this sign, okay, and we've got a smaller version of the sign here, and then the new sign is placed on the field. The new sign is bigger, okay. It says it's 33.6 centimetres high. How wide is the sign? So we want to know this distance here. So we need to say, right, what has this one been multiplied by to make it bigger? And then if we know what the width has been multiplied by, we can multiply by the length to find that missing length. So we're saying that 2.1 multiplied by something gives us the answer 33.6. So what we need to do is 33.6 divided by 2.1. That gives us the answer 16. So that sign is 16 times bigger. So to work out that missing length, we need to do 2.6 multiplied by 16. That's worth 1 mark. And then you get that the width is 41.6 centimetres, and that's your other mark there. It's fairly straightforward.